Could you tell me where the nuclear vessels are?
Ooh, I don't know if I know the answer to that.
To quote Chekhov, the Star Trek character, not the author, take me to your nuclear vessels. Hi, I'm Les Johnson, your friendly neighborhood rocket scientist, and that is a nuclear vessel tested in the 1960s as a part of Project Nerva. Actually, this unit wasn't tested. If it had been, it would be radioactive, but it was built to be tested as part of a program to develop a nuclear thermal rocket engine. So, you might ask, why do we need nuclear thermal rocket engines? Aren't chemical engines good enough? Well, to get off the Earth, as I've said in a previous post of Space Propulsion 101, you need high thrust. You need to have a thrust greater than the spacecraft's weight to get off the ground. In space, you don't typically need that because there is no gravity, right? So in order to accelerate, you fire a rocket engine to accelerate your payload to get up to speed, and it has a certain efficiency with which it burns fuel. It's sort of like miles per gallon. Well, with a rocket engine using chemical rockets, you're limited ultimately to the energy contained in the chemical bonds that you are making or breaking as you burn the fuel. Well, the nice thing about a nuclear thermal rocket, which you would only use in space, is that instead of the heated gas or the exhaust being created through chemistry, you have a gas flowing across the core of a super hot nuclear reactor. And that lets you get a high thrust system at about double the efficiency of a chemical rocket. So this particular rocket would have had a thrust of about 55,000 pounds and an efficiency of over 700 seconds of ISP. Don't worry about the units. It's like miles per gallon. The best you can do with a chemical rocket is roughly half that. So what does that mean? What that means is if you're planning a mission in deep space and you have to move big payloads around, like those that carry people, you probably want to consider a nuclear rocket engine because you only need half as much propellant. You can also potentially get faster speeds, which shortens trip time, which makes trips safer for the astronauts traveling in deep space. So there you have it. Nuclear vessels are real. We can build them. We can fly them in space. We started to do it in the 60s. It's in the public domain, but NASA and DARPA are looking at doing that again. And your friendly neighborhood rocket scientist thinks it would be a great idea to do that for human exploration, taking us to Mars and ultimately to the rest of the solar system.